been sold by his own brothers into slavery, and after that he was sent to jail. So he suffers a lot while he was young. However, all these hardships that he faces just teach him something like to be strong. He only keep one thing in his mind: follow the plans of God. And that being obedient turns him into a triumph. Because the Pharaoh asked him to translate his dream. So he is the only person who can translate the dreams on that time. For that, the Pharaoh gave him a reward to be the second ruler of the Egypt. He is the second, the toughest man of Egypt. So that is the end of his tribulations in his life. When Pharaoh put him as a governor. Now, in Genesis 45, 1 to 3, then Joseph could not refrain himself before all them that stood by him, and he cried, cause every man to go out from me. He asked everyone to get up because he need to express his anger. And there stood no man with him, while Joseph made himself known unto his brethren. And he wept aloud, and the Egyptians and the house of Pharaoh heard. And Joseph said unto his brethren, I am Joseph. Doth my father yet live? And his brethren could not answer him, for they were troubled at his presence. You see, the brothers who sold him to Egyptians when he was young will feel ashamed when they saw Joseph after so many years. So that one teach Joseph that there may be time not to hold on hurt emotions, but to let them out and have joy. Those tribulations that he faces, he just don't keep it in his heart, because God has plans and you have to enjoy that. Okay, in the verse 5 of Genesis 45, verse 5, it's written like this. Now therefore be not grieved nor angry with yourselves that you sold me hither, for God did send me before you to preserve life. Amen. He said to his brothers, do not get angry to yourself, because it is God. It is God who made all these things. So, again, there may be a time to forget what was done in the past. All the terrible things that happened in his life were to help preserve his own and his family's life. You see, in 9 and 10, Genesis 45, verse 9 and 10, it's really like this. Haste ye, go up to my father, and say unto him, Thus said thy son Joseph, God hath made me Lord of all Egypt. Come down unto me, tarry not. And thou shalt dwell in the land of Goshen, and thou shalt be near unto me, thou and thy children, and thy children's children, and thy flocks, and thy herds, and all that thou hast. Come to me, Joseph told to his father and his family. Come to Egypt. You will live in Goshen. Bring all your family, all your sons, and your children's children, even the cockroach of your house, bring over here and live with us, so that you can be near to me, because I am the Lord of Egypt. Okay, he is the second in command. So, there may be time to forget what happened in the past and live for a different future. Joseph forgave his brothers' cruelty and even helped them. And if you look at Matthew, this really same principles that is written in New Testament. In the New Testament, Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. Same principle is written. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hated you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Is it the same principle that's written there? That means whatever happened to you or whoever did something wrong to you in the past, forget about it. Your cousin cheated you for 1 million pesos, forget about it. God has another plan for you. Okay? Your uncle cheated you for something else and he hated you, forget about it. God has something else planned for you. Amen. Amen? You see, on 2015, I removed my son from his Chinese school because I can feel that this school, the name of the school is a Choico Middle School. I can feel that this school is abusing the rights of my son. They even told to my son that you're not Chinese, you should not be learning in a Chinese school. I said, you shouldn't say that to the kid, because kid is only 6 years old. You cannot say that to the kid. So for that, I tried to find another school, but it's already in the middle of school year. So all the schools are already calls for acceptance. They're not accepting any more new students in their school. So I felt so much anger. I was very angry to the teacher, to the administrations, even to the principal, because they cannot do anything. So because of that, I make them suffer by going to the Department of Education. And the Department of Education forced them, you find him a school or we'll not renew your license. So they have to work hard to find a school for him. But during that time that they are looking for school, something guided me to bring my son in this church, to study here. If I didn't follow the plan of God on that time, I will not be standing in front of you right now. There may be time that lifestyle have to change. And one loss is what they had in the past. Possessions may be lost, but God may have others prepared for you. So do not worry. There may be time one has to let God provide for us differently. Always is new preparations or preserved for you is always the best one, because He will not preserve anything for you that's not is going to hurt you, right? There may be time to be surprised. Suddenly, you are aiming for something this size, and suddenly give you something to shoot with this size.
Amen.
You know what I mean?
Amen.
God will always give you something better. So always listen to His plans and look at His plans. There will be always something good.
Amen.
Like Joseph, most of our lives has turned out as what we have planned. Did anyone plan to be here when you were young? Did anyone plan to be in Macau when you were young? I'm sure your parents' plans for you is some of you has to be a doctor, has to be a teacher, has to be a lawyer. Unfortunately, nothing happened. But God has something prepared for you. God prepared this church for you. That's why you're here. Amen.
Amen.
So if one have to play it as a victim and cannot let go in these hard things that he or she had in the heart, this trouble that he had, he or she will bring it forever until she let it go. Until she forgive, until she learn how to forget what happens in the past. This trouble will keeps on bothering all of you if you don't let it go. So the only point here is let it go, let it fly away, so that it will not bother you anymore. Right? There are things that people has to change sometimes, like Brother Rodell. He needs to change his shirt because God is making him bigger and bigger, but he don't buy new shirts. Amen. That's it for me.
Amen.